Hi, here we are given the strength of a salt solution is P% if 100 ml of the solution contains P grams of salt. Standard sort of definition. Now each of these vessels ABC contains 500 ml of salt solution. So we have three vessels A, B and C. A, B, C. Each of these vessels has 500 ml total quantity. Okay. Now out of this 500 ml, solution A has 10% strength. That means it will have 10% of salt. So out of 500, 10% is 50. So not 50 ml, 50 grams. So the salt here will be 50 grams. So this is the total quantity or total volume, and this is the quantity of salt. Similarly, salt or solution B has 22% of salt. So 22% of 500 is 110 grams of salt, right? And finally, salt C has 32%. So 32% of 500 will be 150 plus 10, 160 grams of salt. So this is the total this is the quantity of salt in each of these vessels. This is the total quantity and this is the quantity of salt. Now what is happening is, first 100 ml of solution in A is transferred to B. So 100 ml of A is transferred from A to B. Now if 100 ml out of 500 is transferred, that means 1/5 is transferred, right? So if 1/5 of the solution is transferred, the salt will also, the quantity of salt that will get transferred will also be 1/5, right? So 1/5 of 50 grams is 10 grams. So 10 grams of salt will be transferred here. So here we'll have 110 plus 10, total 120 grams of salt we will have. 500 ml plus 100 ml. So we will have a total of 600 ml of solution here. So this will become a 600 ml solution which has 120 grams of salt, and we reduce 100 ml from here, so this becomes a 400 ml solution, and we reduce 10 grams from here, so we have 40 grams of salt. So here we'll have a 400 ml solution with 40 grams of salt, and this will become a 600 ml solution with 120 grams of salt. Next, we again transfer 100 ml from B to 100 ml in B is transferred to C. So 100 ml of this is transferred to C. Now 100 ml of out of how much? 600 ml. That means we are transferring 1/6 of the solution. Now if we are transferring 1/6 of the solution, even 1/6 of salt will get transferred. So 1/6 of 120 is 20 grams. So 20 grams of salt will get transferred here. So this will become 160 plus 20, 180 grams of salt here. And 1/6 of 600 is 100 ml. So minus 100 gives us 500 ml here. And 20 grams is transferred, so we'll have 100 grams remaining here. And 100 ml, 1/6 of 600, 100 ml is transferred here. So this will become a 600 ml solution. So now after this transfer, solution B will have 500 ml total quantity, out of which 100 grams will be the salt, right? And solution C will have a total 600 ml, out of which 160 grams will be salt. Now finally, we have 100 ml of vessel C is transferred to A. So out of this, 100 ml is transferred in A. So if 100 ml is transferred, 100 ml out of how much? 600 ml. That means we are transferring 1/6 of the solution. Now if we are transferring 1/6 of the solution, 1/6 of salt will also get transferred. So the amount of salt getting transferred will be 1/6 of 180, that is 30. So the salt will reduce by 30 grams here, and it will increase by 30 grams over here. So the total salt here will become 70 grams, and since 1/6 of 100 ml is transferred, so this will reduce by 100 ml and become 500 ml, and the total quantity here will be 400 that was left here plus 100, which is 500 ml. Okay, so finally we have to calculate the strength in percentage of resulting solution in vessel A. So the resulting strength of A finally will be the final quantity of salt, which is 70 grams, out of total 500 ml of the solution. So 70 by 500 into 100%. This will be strength of the solution, right? What is strength? Strength is basically the percentage of salt in the total solution. So this is 70 by 500 into 100. Factor of 100 gets cancelled out. 70 by 5 is 14%. Hence, strength of salt in final solution A is option D, 14%. Thank you.